Welcome to Tapped In. My name is David Figueroa-Martinez of DFM Coaching. And today I'm just going to provide a quick competition prep update. Friday, I signed up for Jiu-Jitsu World League here in San Diego for December 6th. And I have not competed in over 7 years, roughly. My sense of timing is shit, thanks to COVID. So I know that I was a purple belt, now a 4-year black belt. So I'm thinking about 7 years. For the couple of times I've gone through and kind of decided, hey, I'm going to compete. I tell my wife's like, oh, you said that before. Like this time I said the same thing and she said the exact same thing. Every once in a while I get an itch and I'm like, oh, I want to compete. I want to get back into it. And not even like for a regular thing, just I want to see where I'm at. I want to see where my game is at. I want to see how I've progressed. I've never competed at black belt. I want to do at least one. And you kind of like, life gets in the way and you're teaching. Like generally I teach like 16 to 18 classes a month and full-time job. And I just couldn't bring myself to doing it and pulling the trigger. Being at this level also, I'm 44 and I don't want to wrestle around with the big dudes. I have always been a smaller athlete in my division because I'm stockier, I'm a little bit heavier. And so I've never bothered to really like go out of my way to do a serious weight cut. Not something I want to do. But I did want to get out of the division that I was naturally in because I normally weigh anywhere from 195 to 200, roughly. And so in October, when I thought about signing up, I started managing my weight. I got down 5 pounds, 195. And then I decided, I'm not going to do it. And then randomly I saw, they're doing another one, December. And I decided I'm going to jump in on that. And so I started managing my weight. As of this morning, after open mat, I'm 189. Gives me enough wiggle room for the gi and to weigh in on time. Still have just under a month left. So it's now about managing and maybe even seeing how much further I can go. I don't know if I should. I don't want to go so far that I struggle to make that division. But I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy where things are going. This is going to be a fun experiment. And the older we get, sometimes we look at our lives and our bodies and think we shouldn't be doing any of the things that we're doing. We should be like dialing it back, doing normal older people shit. Not that I'm old, but I'm old for the sport. Like 44, Masters 3, I think it is. When I signed up for that felt weird. Like Masters 3. Ugh. I remember when I got excited for going into Masters 1 that I didn't have to deal with like the 21-year-olds anymore. But Masters 3 feels weird. If I'm going to be honest, it feels really weird to sign up for that. I got nervous hitting the pay button. I filled everything out and I'm like, it's all correct. And I picked the weight class and black belt and sitting there like, do I really want to do this? I've already told a bunch of people that I'm doing it. Billy signed up because I mentioned it. So then I'm sitting there like, I have to now. So I paid for it on Friday. I haven't posted about it. I'm probably going to do that very soon. But my mindset has been I just want to see where it is. If I win, great. If I lose my fights, but I was able to apply the things that I've been working on, great. But I want to win, if I'm going to be honest. I'm competitive. I like winning. So I want to take home gold, and I want to feel like I've been doing, like the game that I've been working on and the sacrifices for it have been well worth it. And I'm training a lot more. I'm training a lot harder. I'm forcing training during the classes that I teach at La Mesa. I've kind of structured the gym or the classes so that there's a little bit of a warm up, and then from like 5:05, 5:10 to 5:30 ish, sometimes 5:25 is technique. I show maybe 2 techniques, and then we do King of the Hill. I sit in the middle the entire time, and we do 8 minutes of that. They pick the position. One day they picked where they were on my back, and the other they picked side control. And I think the last one we did was top half. And the rules were not only do I need to reverse the position, or not only that sometimes we do it, we're going to guard, or a closed guard is enough and we call it a winner. I have to either submit from bottom or sweep completely. So that's been fun, getting that third gear and pushing harder than I normally do. My students may not be as enthusiastic about it. I have been tormenting some of these people badly. I have a goal in mind. I want to get to mount and armbar as many people as possible during this competition. That is my goal. Pass, mount, isolate, finish the round. That is my goal. So that's what I've been doing to everybody that I can since I decided that I was going to do this. And some of these rounds are almost me bullying some students, and part of me feels bad, and part of me sometimes they got to feel it. Sometimes they got to feel the competition rounds. Sometimes they got to feel the intensity of someone really going at you and with something specific in mind. And I've made it very specific so that everyone that I'm rolling with knows where I'm going. Their job is to stop it. And I want to get to that point during the competition and feel so secure, so comfortable, so with such poise that no matter what had happened before, that I get to that position and is an afterthought that I'm going to finish. So that's what I've been doing to everyone that I'm rolling with in the morning. The open mats that I've been going to, been doing the same thing. There are plenty of failures. I get got sometimes. I have a purple belt, Derek, who's submitted me twice now with Comoros. So there's going to be times when I get got. I got got with a choke today from another black belt that I had not seen. It was very similar to Lance's sneaky choke, but it was different. And I thought he had the other lapel. And then I started getting strangled. And I was joyous for him because I had never seen it. He got me with it. And I get excited when I get got with things that I didn't see coming, because it's a puzzle I got to fix. But training has adjusted. I'm training a lot more. My body feels good. There's soreness. There's a couple of tweaks here or there. But I'm feeling pretty good, pretty healthy. The weight's on track. My cardio's getting better, even though it's only been maybe a week. But I feel more. I think age also put me in a spot where I feel more comfortable with bad things going on. Like when I was younger and I was competing, it was like, oh, I can't get here. I can't let this happen. I can't let them sweep me. I can't. And now there's moments where I'm just like, hey, I'm going to fight so it doesn't happen. But when it happens, I have answers. I'm good. I'm not as mentally shattered or mentally broken by the bad shit that happens. There's been a couple of instances while I've been rolling where I'm going hard. And there's a moment where my cardio starts to slip. And I need to take deeper breaths, and I can feel like I've revved to a certain point that my body's not used to. And I remember those moments where I would kind of break, or I would stop. Not that the round would stop, but I would stop. And I had this, when I was younger, I had this idea that, oh, I've reached my limit. There's nothing else. Oh shit, I'm done. And then I would start to almost panic. Now when I'm feeling those moments while I'm training, it's shut the fuck up. We got more. But I didn't know that at the time. Now with more experience, I feel like, no, I can push a little further. Not saying that it's endless, definitely not. But there's moments where I have had those thoughts during this training session where I'm like, oh fuck, I'm about to gas out. I don't have anything left. And I tell that little voice to quiet down, and I get the position that I want, take a couple of deep breaths, and I'm like, all right, time to go. And then we just keep going at it. So I'm finding that there's a different version of myself than there was when I was competing a lot at white, blue belt, and a little bit in purple, which has been fun to experience. Emotionally, I feel great. There's times when I think about it and I get nervous. There's times when I think about it and I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Why am I doing this? There is a because it's a competition, things can happen. There is a little bit of a fear of like, I just don't want to get injured. I got work. I got classes I got to teach. I got things I got to do. But emotionally, I feel strong. I feel, I think, right where I should be. My body feels where it should be. There is soreness. There is some aches and pains, but I don't feel like I'm falling apart. I feel like we're just working through this stuff. And we're going to get to a point where, yes, my body's never going to be 100%, but I'm going to feel like I can keep this up. It's a month out, and a lot can happen. I'm hoping that I perform well. I'm hoping that this sheds some light on what competition prep can feel like, or maybe should feel like. There is an aspect of this where my students have never seen me compete, and I kind of want to experience that, even if it goes badly. But I really want to set a tone of like, hey, I don't compete often because I got all these other priorities and my focus isn't competing. But your instructor's decent. He can play and he has the mindset for it. He just doesn't go for it. I want to be able to have that experience of my students seeing it and understanding how to deal with the things that occur, because there's going to be times in competition where you're just going to want to give up. There's been times when your cardio takes a dive and you have to work through it. There's going to be times when you make mistakes and you have to adjust and not sit on like mentally bashing yourself and just saying, we got to go. I made the mistake. Fuck it. We're moving on. I got to go. And there's going to be times when sometimes the referee is going to make a decision that goes against you for one reason or another. It's happened to me in the past. And you address it with kindness, regardless of which way it goes. And you use tact, and maybe you state your case, which I've had to do in the past. And one case specifically did not go my way. And to this day, I still remember being upset about it, but it is what it is. And it's part of the sport, and we're not going to embarrass ourselves out there. But the most important part, I want them to understand that like all of us can compete. All of us can do this. We're all skilled. You have a decent instructor. You have a decent instructor who can compete. And he's no different than any of you. I get nervous. I get worried a little bit, and I have to manage the nervousness and the butterflies and jitteriness, but we're going to do it. And I'm excited to see this pan out, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping people are getting something out of these little episodes of my comp progress, and can relate to them. If you have any questions on comps or competing or how I may be approaching this, please let me know. You can send me a message at dfm.2099 on Instagram or Threads. I have a school community completely free with technique videos and workshop videos and a couple of audio series if you're interested in that. Until next time, thank you so much.